Hey everyone, sorry that I didn't do that many video reviews for the month of February. Winter broke me. I was sick for the most of February. I didn't really want to do anything. Hell, I didn't even want to play games. I just wanted to hibernate like a bear. So yeah, I'm had it up to here with snow. My shovel broke and I have to get a new one. But it's snowing outside. It's March 3rd and it's snowing outside. I'm like, ah! So yeah, I had it with snow and I want to do reviews on every single movie I've seen in February, but yeah, I don't have the time, and also when I was sick, I really didn't want to do anything, especially for editing. So I decided to, instead of 50 Shades of Grey, which I just did a video review for, I'm going to do short reviews on the movies I've seen for February, and that includes Paddington, Spongebob Movie, Sponge Out of Water, Jupiter Ascending, The Seventh Son, and The Kingsman. So let's start off with Paddington. Yeah, I know that Paddington came out around December, but I watched it in February, so it kind of counts in my opinion. The Paddington. My best friend and I were very curious about the movie because we heard very, very good things about the movie. So we finally checked it up. We decided to do a double feature for Paddington and Spongebob Movie. So we saw Paddington first, and I gotta say, I can understand why people said this is a very good movie. It is a very good movie. Great children's film. Oh my god, I was shocked at how good it was. I thought that the worst thing about the movie would be Nicole Kidman's character, but she was really likable. I thought Nicole Kidman was great in the film. Actually, all the characters were great in the movie, especially Paddington. Paddington was so damn adorable. I really loved him. I want him. He's just so cuddly and adorable. The CG work on him, fantastic. Oh my god, his hairs look great. You can tell how much detail they put into it. You can see that every time they touch his hair, it actually moves and stuff, and it actually becomes something else. It becomes ruffled or something. When they blow dried his hair, then you can see the effects and stuff. Oh my god. And every time he's soaking wet, his hair looks gorgeous. Oh my god, the fur looks great. And not just that, the voice work for him. Colin Firth was supposed to do the original voice for him, but I don't know exactly why he doesn't, they decided not to use that anymore. Either it's a scheduling thing, or also probably he sounded, they didn't like his voice, so they end up with Ben Whishaw, who did Q for Skyfall. I thought he's perfect. He was great. I really liked the guy. And Paddington was adorable. The characters were great. And I really like all the jokes, including the physical gags. I mean, I love the fact that Paddington has a marmalade addiction. Oh yeah, they talk a lot about marmalade a lot, but the humor is great, and I love the running gag with him and the pigeons trying to steal his marmalade sandwich. And one question I have for the movie is, how the hell did he have the marmalade sandwich under his hat after all that time, and it's still edible to eat? I didn't get that, but it was still hilarious. And my favorite joke has to be this reference to Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, and that was near the end of the movie. It's this action scene, and also they played Mission Impossible music. I thought that made my day that day. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing Paddington, I believe it'll be on Blu-ray very soon. So go check it out. It's a great children's film. I dug it. You'll love it. So SpongeBob Movie, Sponge Out of Water. Yep, it was a great double feature because I love both Paddington and SpongeBob. I wouldn't say that SpongeBob is as good as Paddington, but I still recommend it. If you love SpongeBob, you're gonna love this film. It's been like 11 or 12 years since the first film came out, and finally we get a second film, and yeah, I really dug this one. However, I do have the same problem with it as I did with the first film, and I had the same problem with that, like the Simpsons movie. Because I'm so used to 22 to 25 minute long episodes that watching a couple episodes in a row kind of made me feel tired of it. I mean, it's not the movie's fault, it's just how I'm used to these kinds of movies. So same thing here, I was a bit weary around the Act 2, and that's like around 40 minutes of it, and that's not the movie's fault, it's just that I'm kind of used to that. I'm not used to that kind of movie. So usually for watching a marathon of SpongeBob, at least they have commercials to break it off and let you relax into it. But seeing a full-length movie, a 90-minute long movie of SpongeBob doing all these shenanigans, yeah, you kind of want to take a break. But I still think it's well done. I think almost all the jokes work. Heck, there's a lot of adult humor in the movie, including I'm not sure if kids know what the ending is supposed to be about. I know because I watched a lot of YouTube, but do the kids know? I don't know how to feel about that, but I dug the ending, and it came out of nowhere. That was random, but I thought it was awesome. And also, there's that awesome dolphin, Bubbles. And yeah, to me, the movie is a lot like the Simpsons movie. Each act is like its own episode. Act 1 is with Plankton trying to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula. Act 2 is with Plankton and SpongeBob teaming up to save everyone from the post-apocalypse. And Act 3 is SpongeBob and the gang becoming superheroes, and they become CGI'd, and they have to fight Antonio Banderas to get the secret formula back. So yeah, each act is like its own episode. And even though like I said, I was kind of weary around Act 2, still Act 2 has some of the best parts about the movie, especially the time traveling. Oh my god, the time travel sequences were hilarious. And not just that, the sequence, the actual time travel sequence, was trippy as hell. Oh my god. When I saw that, I was like, am I on drugs? Whoa. And it plays Pharrell's music in the background too. I was like, whoa, this is awesome, bro. I don't know how to feel about movies anymore. And my favorite part is, my favorite character in SpongeBob show and the movies is Patrick. I love Patrick. He's adorably dumb, and I love him. And I love how loyal he is to SpongeBob in this movie. He betrays him for Krabby Patties. I thought he was great. But my favorite part with him is when they go into the future, and SpongeBob and Plankton are like, oh my god, how long has it been? And they see Patrick with his long beard, and he's like, 4 days. It's been 4 days and everything goes to hell. I love that. So yeah, there's a lot of jokes like that throughout this movie, and I thought the jokes worked. I thought they were fine. And if you like SpongeBob, you're definitely gonna like this one. So check it out if you can. Alright, so Jupiter Ascending. I feel bad for the Wachowskis because I really like these guys. Well, the siblings, now one of them is female, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, I feel like they have so many good ideas, they're so creative, and they have, their movies have amazing visuals, and yeah, their story needs work, but you can tell they're really trying their best to be original, well, original, but at least try to bring this out there in this kind of medium. But the problem is, not a lot of people want to see their films. I thought Cloud Atlas was a good movie. I understand why people don't like it, but to me, it's honestly a good movie, and it's really ambitious. Actually, all the Wachowski movies are ambitious, but I really recommend Cloud Atlas to everyone who hasn't seen it yet. I thought that was a very, very good Wachowski movie. Heck, I like it better than The Matrix, and I thought The Matrix was the best Wachowski movie for a while. So, yeah, I like The Matrix. I like Matrix Reloaded. Matrix Revolutions, I kinda liked, mostly because of the machine war and the slow-mo fights, but that's basically it. I was so disappointed because the story is not as good as I hoped for it to be, and also it didn't answer all the questions I have for the Matrix trilogy, so I was really angry about that. I was angry about the Oracle, but yeah, that's the Matrix trilogy in a nutshell. Speed Racer, I think Speed Racer is the worst Wachowski film, in my opinion. I don't think it's horrible, but I just didn't like it that much, and the visuals are stunning at least, but that's it. Otherwise, I didn't like it as much. But Cloud Atlas, I thought, in my opinion, is the best Wachowski film, and also the one who, the director who did Run Lola Run, he did very well for his segments as well. So yeah, Wachowski is and that guy. So, Jupiter Ascending. Again, beautiful visuals. Amazing visuals. Great action scenes. Wow, it's like the Wachowskis took every single action scene from The Matrix, Cloud Atlas, and put it together in this movie. They took out the best action scenes and made like a montage. And yeah, this movie was visually stunning, and the action scenes are fantastic, especially when Channing Tatum is flying through Chicago. And what I love are his hover boots, his gravity boots, and the way they work. Usually, every time you see a sci-fi film and people have hover boots, they usually just glide like Iron Man or fly like Superman, that kind of thing. But no, these ones, Channing Tatum skates across the sky, and it's awesome. He actually has to put momentum into it, and I thought that was awesome. And combine this with his awesome shield that's kind of invisible, but it has these cool green, blue effects around it, and it kind of reminds you of Halo. That was awesome. He deflects everything with it, and then he has his awesome laser guns. Everything that's sci-fi is in this movie. Everything you've seen from Mass Effect and all that stuff is in this movie, and it looks awesome. And that's why I wanted to recommend this movie to sci-fi geeks, because this movie has everything you want to see for sci-fi, and it actually is in this movie. But the problem is the story. Basically, it's Star Wars. It's basically Star Wars. It's Star Wars meets Cinderella. Mila Kunis is Cinderella in this movie. She plays Jupiter Jones. And she is a housemaid. She cleans toilets for a living, and she's fucking tired of that. So she wants something more for her life. And then she meets up with Prince Charming, who happens to be Channing Tatum, who is half albino wolf and half human. So technically, this is like Beauty and the Beast almost. So Mila Kunis falls in love with Channing Tatum instantly. That came out of nowhere. But then again, she gives an explanation for that. She has a moral compass that always points to Mr. Wrong. Yeah, the dialogue is not the movie's strong suit, but I'll get to the best parts of the dialogue. Oh, God. So, Mila Kunis, basically, I was hoping for her to be like Luke Skywalker. Like, okay, she's like a damsel in distress at first, but she becomes badass later on. She'll be an excellent fighter or something like that. Nope, she's a damsel in distress the entire movie. She gets saved so many times throughout this film. She always gets saved by Channing Tatum. People complain about Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane Watson getting saved so many times in the Spider-Man trilogy. Well, she gets saved 6 times in 3 movies. 6 times. I believe that Mila Kunis gets saved more than that in this movie. So, Mary Jane gets a pass in my opinion. So, so if you're getting tired of her being a damsel in distress, then I understand that. But, however, to me, not only is the visuals worth the ticket price alone and the spectacular action scenes, the villain. Well, villains, but one villain really matters. Okay, so the villains. There are these 3 humans, I believe? They look human, but they could be aliens, I don't know. They're ancient humans, I guess. So, their mother looked exactly like Jupiter Jones, except that the mother died and she was murdered, but no one knows who. But you'll find out who very quickly anyway. So, the villains of the movie are the 3 siblings. It's 2 brothers and 1 sister. The youngest brother and the sister acted very, very well, in my opinion. The brother's like a playboy, and he has the orgy room. An orgy room! Well, it's not exactly a room, it's more like a giant bubble, but still it's hilarious, because he's having sex with all these women of different races, and then this woman comes in with giant mouse ears and horns. I had to check up Wikipedia for this. Turns out she's half deer, half human. I didn't really get the deer part. I thought that it was a goat or something, but oh well. So she comes in, and he's like, "Only good news are allowed here!" Oh my god, the dialogue for the villains are really hilarious. And the daughter, the sister, she was hot. Yep, you see her naked butt. She has a great butt. You want to see more of it, but unfortunately this movie's PG-13, not rated R. But they could have showed her breast for artistic purposes. But anyway, she was hot. And then you have the main actor of the movie, the most awesome actor of the movie, Eddie Redmayne. You know him as Stephen Hawking from Theory of Everything, the one who won Best Actor Oscar for 2014. Oh my god, his acting was amazing in this movie. Super amazing. Okay. He acts like Don Corleone from The Godfather. I don't know why. He just acts like it. I don't know if that's the Wachowski's decision or that's Eddie Redmayne's interpretation of this character. I don't know. But he acts like him. So yeah, he sounds like, "I remember my mother. Her final words to me. My mother. She was never scrubbed toilets in her life. So yeah, he speaks like that throughout the entire movie with these big puffy lips. But not just that, the best part is when he screams out of nowhere. So yeah, Mila Kunis talks to him for a second, and then he goes, "I create life! And I can destroy it. Bring her to me. Go! Sign the contract." No! I remember my mother. I remember! I'm not like my brother! Seriously, this guy acts like that. At one point, he's like Don Corleone, then he's screaming his freaking nuts off. Oh my god, he was insane. I almost wanted everyone to see this movie to see his fantastic performance. Oh my god. If you're not interested in the beautiful visuals, at least go see it for this guy. Oh my god, he was awesome. But not just that, this movie does have some crazy, insane stuff, like Channing Tatum is half albino wolf, half human, and he rides on these hover boots and he skates on them. Sean Bean plays this guy who can control bees, and he doesn't die in the movie. There's this elephant man who's a co-pilot. He was awesome. There's the space DMV. Yeah, there's a space DMV in this movie, and there's a cameo from Terry Gilliam out of all things, and what? And then you have these lizard men with wings, and they sound smart also, and they kill people with their tails as well, and it's awesome. And Channing Tatum fights one near the end. That was pretty cool. And you go to Jupiter and other planets, and there's an awesome action scene in the middle of Chicago where shit blows up. So yeah, this movie was amazing in my opinion. It was entertaining. It's not a great movie. It's not a good movie. I thought it was entertaining. I'll probably just buy it on Blu-ray because how entertained I was. But I want to recommend this movie to people because I feel like they should. It's the Wachowskis. They deserve more, you know? I mean, they have all these creative ideas. Hell, ideas that came from video games, but now you finally get it in a movie. But unfortunately, no one's seeing this. So, yeah, I think they said that they are done making big budget movies, and I'm kind of sad about that, but at the same time, it's probably for the best. They are too big of a risk now, and I don't think Warner Brothers trusts them anymore, which is a shame. Poor Wachowskis. You know what? I watched Jupiter Ascending for you guys, and I bought Cloud Atlas on DVD for you guys, so, you know what? I love you guys. Hopefully you make more big budget movies like this soon, and hopefully people will watch them. Well, that's Jupiter Ascending. I honestly recommend it, but I understand why you would just skip it. All right, The Seventh Son. So my best friend and I watched The Seventh Son, and I thought that Jupiter Ascending is better than Seventh Son in my opinion. I thought it was more entertaining, but Seventh Son is better in my best friend's opinion, mostly because of Jeff Bridges. In the Jupiter Ascending, he didn't think that he cared much about the characters, and he thought that, oh my god, the amazing acting from Eddie Redmayne just killed him. So, he thought that Jeff Bridges was the best thing about The Seventh Son. And I agree, Jeff Bridges was the best thing. But, oh my god, Jeff Bridges, man. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, his voice. It's like a mixture of Rooster Cogburn from True Grit and whatever his character's name is from R.I.P.D. It's like a mixture of those two. He's like, "Good evening, Mr. Ward. We are going to find Julianne Moore and kill her. We have to destroy all witches. I need a drink. I am going to the pub." Seriously, he speaks like that throughout the entire movie. And sometimes I wanted freaking subtitles because I had no idea what he's saying. The only time I understand him is whenever he curses. When he said, "Fuck the witches," I was like, wait, what? Did he say what I think he said? And my best friend's like, yep, he said, "Fuck the witches." So I was like, damn, this movie, what is it? Please tell me it's rated R. Nah, PG-13. Damn it! I wish I've seen us wearing Jeff Bridges throughout the entire movie, but no. It's only that one time. So, The reason why this movie keeps getting delayed is because Rhythm and Hughes, they did these visual effects for this movie, but they became bankrupt and they're no more. They're the guys who did the effects for Life of Pi and Snow White and the Huntsman. So it's a shame because they were a great visual effects company, but unfortunately they are gone and everyone lost their jobs. And that's why this movie keeps getting delayed. So I think it was Universal or Warner Brothers, I forgot. But they gave Rhythm and Hughes a little bit more money just to finish off the effects. So that's why it took 3 to 4 years more just to finish the effects. Even though the visual effects looks the same as in the original trailers I saw it in. So I don't know. I didn't see that much of an improvement. Probably they only finished those visual effects. They just didn't finish the others. I don't know. But yeah, the visual effects. They say the production company that brought you 300 Rise of an Empire and Godzilla. Yeah, 300 Rise of an Empire and Godzilla were visually impressive, but this, I felt like this movie should have been released 3 years ago. It looks like it. I mean, damn. The visuals are not bad. They're not, but you can tell how dated they kind of look, and they don't really look finalized as well. They probably need another render, you know, improve the shadows and the lighting and stuff. But the visuals, they look fine for the most part. But if you're expecting something to blow you out of the water, nah, not really. Actually, I think Julianne Moore's dragon is probably the unrealistic looking one throughout the entire movie. I don't know. That dragon did not look good. Everything else about the demons, though, they kind of look awesome, but the dragon did not look realistic, in my opinion. At least they're trying to go for that. Did not look as good as Godzilla, that's all I'm saying. So, if the visual effects are not that impressive, and the acting was meh. Seriously, you have Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore in this movie, but they don't really do much with each other. And it's a shame because you're hoping for some awesome reunion. It's the Big Lebowski reunion. But no, they don't really do that much. You expect them to fight each other or kill each other, but Julianne Moore keeps becoming a dragon, so you see Jeff Bridges fight a CGI dragon, and that's it. And the fights are not even that impressive as well. And it's a shame. Because in the trailers, I thought that the climax is going to be amazing because you have this blue guy with 4 arms, and each arm can individually use a sword, and he kills people with it. And when you see this guy in action, it actually looks awesome. His arm, usually whenever they do these 4-arm guys, probably the top arms do their own thing, and while the bottom arms do their own thing, but not like separately or independently. This guy, though, one arm grabs someone, and then the other arm tells him apart, and the other arm slashes the guy, and the other arm blocks from behind. That was pretty awesome. I thought that was pretty cool. I wanted more of that. But these minions, the henchmen, they die quickly. And you expect these badasses to have an awesome fight in the end, but no. You have Jamon Hansu, who becomes this lizard with a giant chain whip, and he has 4 arms, but he dies quickly. You have this woman who becomes a saber-toothed cheetah. She dies quickly. You have Feora from Man of Steel, and my god, the way she dressed in this movie. She was busty as hell. She's wearing this tight corset, so it makes her breasts look humongous. And I was like, damn, I don't remember her having those big breasts. Jesus. So yeah, she was hot. And she was Julianne Moore's sister in the movie, so I was like, damn, this family is awesome. So, yeah, she becomes a CGI dragon as well. She doesn't fight physically, which is a shame as well, because she was awesome in Man of Steel. Also, she was in Pandorum. I didn't like Pandorum, but she kicked ass in that movie. So I expected her to kick ass in this one. No, she just becomes a CGI dragon who fights CGI dragons. Yeah, that's it. And then, yeah, the demons are kind of cool, but not. They die very quickly. Also, actually, almost every demon dies very quickly. So that was a shame. The climax battle is not that impressive. The fights are not that impressive. The CGI is okay for the most part, but not as impressive as they should be. So yeah, this movie is honestly a disappointment in my opinion, because after so many years of waiting, this is all we get. But the thing is, I don't think it's terrible. There were things I liked about the movie, especially Jeff Bridges. I thought he was worth it. So yeah, but I understand why people would skip this, but I don't think it's the worst movie of 2014. So far, the worst movie of 2014, in my opinion, is 50 Shades of Grey. So Yep, that's the seventh son. Now we finally get to the Kingsman. I watched the Kingsman that Friday when it was released, and then the next day I saw 50 Shades of Grey with a friend. So, the Kingsman. Best movie of 2014 I've seen so far. Wow. I had so much fun. A lot of fun. This movie was a blast. I keep recommending it to people who love spy movies. I keep recommending it to people who love action movies. Hell, I keep recommending it to people who want to see gory movies. I mean, people are like, oh no, I'm interested in seeing 50 Shades of Grey. Not the Kingsman, no. I was like, really? Can't you just watch both? You know, go see Kingsman first and then 50 Shades of Grey? Come on! I mean, it's a shame that 50 Shades of Grey got more money than the Kingsman. But I don't think Kingsman was a box office bomb. Well, not in my opinion anyway. But probably it didn't make as much money as it should have. But yeah, the Kingsman was a blast. Beginning to end, I had a lot of fun. Wow. I mean, if you like spy movies, you're definitely going to like this one. It's kind of like a parody, but also a tribute to spy movies, especially for the old James Bond movies. Colin Firth. Bridget Jones' Diary, Pride and Prejudice, The King's Speech. Colin Firth is a badass. He has these two amazing fight scenes in the movie. One that takes place in a bar, and that's like in the first 30 minutes of the movie, and that was freaking awesome. And the second one, so much carnage. It takes place in a church in either Georgia or California. I don't know. It's in the South, and he's among these racist, homophobic assholes that you kind of want to see dead, but not really. But yeah, you really want something bad to happen to these people? They are bad. So he's around there, and then Samuel L. Jackson does this doomsday weapon thing that makes everyone turn into a killing machine. So everyone, including Colin Firth, has no control over themselves and just kill people. This 5-minute long action scene is worth the ticket price alone. Oh my god, so much death, so much carnage. The action scene is like a mixture of the gun hallway scene from Wanted, the slow-mo scene with Leonidas when he kills everyone in slow motion and fast motion, and the club scene from John Wick, and put them all together. Damn, this action scene was great. Great score, great soundtrack, great action, great choreography, great cinematography. Everything about this action scene is perfect. Oh my god. Colin Firth kills everyone. Everyone. And not just that, everyone else is killing everyone. Jesus. He shoots everyone in the freaking head. It doesn't matter if they're women as well. He shoots everyone in the freaking head. And then once he runs out of bullets, he punches people with the gun. He kills people with the gun, even if he has no bullets. He steals guns from other people and shoots everyone in the freaking head. And then he steals knives. He steals a freaking rake that came out of nowhere and stabs people with it. He breaks sticks and stabs people with it. He uses a lantern or something. I don't know. The one that emits smoke or something like that and burns someone with it. He electrocutes people. He sets people on fire. He puts a bomb inside a coat pocket of one of these guys and then they explode, and then he kills the priest as well. I mean, Jesus Christ. And he uses a Bible as protection, which grabs a knife, and then he uses that to stab another person, grabs a knife, and then stabs another person. I mean, Jesus Christ. That was freaking insane. Oh my god. I love this action scene. One of the best action scenes I've seen in my life. Wow. Whew. So how's the rest of the movie? Fun! And here's the weird thing. At first, I thought I was going to hate the main character, whose name is Eggsy, because, I don't know, from the commercials, I was like, oh my god, he seems like a cocky son of a bitch. But when you see the movie, especially from frame 1, when this character enters the screen, he was really likable, had a great personality, he's very loyal, and I love that he cares so much about his family, to the point where he wants to fight off the guy who's dating his mother. So I thought he was great, and I love that he ends up being a badass, and he becomes this awesome badass with great martial arts skills, and he kills people with his umbrella as well, and then he kills people, and he does his parkour shit against the walls to tackle people and jump on them and do flips and stuff. Hell, he fights the woman with the amputee legs, which are like sword legs, and then she kind of reminds me of Shell, except more badass, and she slices people in half and stuff like that, cuts people's arms off, and she was fighting with Eggsy. That was awesome. And another thing too, I like the girl who ends up being Lancelot for the movie. I thought the girl was awesome. I wanted more of her, but what I got so far from her, she was great. Great character. And I love the fact that she's not this helpless damsel in distress. She does have like a fear of heights or something like that, but she easily overcomes it. And then she has this great relationship with Eggsy, and I really want these two to kind of go together. However, if you've seen the trailers, you know Eggsy has sex with the princess. I think I heard some people were very offended about that scene, but to me, I'm like, dude, this is a riff on those James Bond movies, especially Pierce Brosnan, where he has sex with every single woman he sees. So, yeah, why not? But at the same time, I'm like, oh my god, how does Lancelot feel about this? But yeah, this movie is like a fun James Bond film. It's just great. And Samuel L. Jackson is a great villain. I really like that he's like a nerd, but he has these awesome fashion choices, including his Nike sneakers and the Yankee hats. That was cool. And also he has these thick glasses. He kind of reminds me of his villain from Unbreakable, except now that he can walk and he has more of a lisp every time he speaks. And I love the fact that he cannot, he's very touchy, so he does not want to see blood, otherwise he'll throw up. I thought that was pretty awesome. And yeah, the girl with the sword legs, she was pretty cool. Colin Firth was badass. You see Mark Hamill in this movie. I'm not going to tell you what he does, but my god, first I was like, what the heck are you doing here? And also, Captain James Norrington from Pirates of the Caribbean plays a badass in this movie. I wanted more from him, but still, he was badass. I really liked it. Yeah, this movie makes almost everyone look like a badass, including, especially during the final action scenes. Man, this movie was a lot of fun. I recommend it. If you ended up seeing 50 Shades of Grey instead of this movie, shame on you. I'll be happy if you just watch it, this movie anyway. So go watch this movie! What are you doing? So yeah, so that's my reviews on the movies for February. So it's Paddington, Spongebob Movie, Sponge Out of Water, Jupiter Ascending, Seventh Son, and The Kingsman. 3 out of the 5 movies I think were very, very good. But 4 out of the 5 movies I do recommend. Yep, Jupiter Ascending I recommend, but still. That's my review. Write down in the comments below, how do you feel about these movies if you watched them? Did you like them or hate them? Let me know. Guys, if you like this video, please click the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, there's an annotation here for subscribing. So until next time, guys, see you later, and thank you for watching.